These are the Cleer Enduro ANC headphones. This is a set of Cleer Enduro ANC noise cancelling headphones. These are good looking Bluetooth headphones that promise 60 hours of noise cancellation, and they've won awards 3 years ago. Red Dot winner 2020. United Soccer League official partner. That's useful, isn't it? And also it's got Bluetooth, built-in microphone and anti-noise cancellation. On the side it brags that you can hear only your music with powerful activity wide band noise cancelling technology, 40mm ironless drivers, and then industry-leading 60 hours playback. Stuff there if you want to read those. Box contains, and it's got an app. And there's a lady enjoying them. They come in black. These would be the black set, I'm guessing by the packaging. If they're white inside, I think that's a bit of a mistake by Cleer. But they're also available in a lightish grey colour, which I guess you could call white, but it's obviously an off-white. And they cost about £149. So they're up there. They're better quality. And I'm looking forward to testing these out. Own the moment. And some good ones down here. It's a nice black box actually. Nicely presented. Very nicely presented. So we have to tear off this bit. Nicely done. And there they are inside. Oh, they are a lot smaller than I had predicted. Yeah, they are. Looking at them now, I'm thinking, wow, they are actually quite big, but they're a lot smaller than I had imagined. So connect your Enduro ANC to your device. Listen to your favorite songs with Enduro ANC and customize your Enduro ANC with the Cleer Plus app. There's a wee toggle up here that we can pull this up and find stuff underneath. We have the charging cable, audio cable, in-flight adapter, and a soft pouch. Oh, nuts. That'll be the soft pouch. And a thank you. We're passionate about products and all that. Team at Cleer, excellent. Yep, basic stuff, right, grand. And we have one of these splitter things. Then we have a USB Type-C to USB Type-A. And we have a USB Type-C to a 3.5 2-pole wire connector. And we have this. So that must have been wrapped up in this, but it's popped open. Maybe the glue's not strong enough. That's fair enough. All right, on to the main event. Oh wait, hang on. Soft pouch. Doesn't say Cleer on it. It does down there, but it's not entirely clear. You can just about see that says Cleer, can't you? Yeah, okay. Maybe that's that Cleer written across there. Or the logo from the box. Might be quite nice. But it's a decent enough soft bag. Oh, and it's got some velvety type stuff, or faux velvet inside. That's nice. It's a nice bag. Good to have. Throw that in your hand luggage when you're going on a flight. So the headphones are a two-tone of brown and grey. I like it. I like them very, very much. They look very nice. They look very chic. Yeah, so we have the brown around here, obviously, and it goes up the inside, and we've got a bit of soft padding at the very top there. They fold this way, and that way, and that way, and this way. They extend a good amount, and we've got silver metal extension pieces with a bit of plastic in there as well. So it's well protected, well presented. It's a nice kind of copper look to it as well, but that's kind of nice. These go 45 degrees, no, 90 degrees, no, 93 or 4 degrees actually. So I'm guessing they go that way around for them to be able to fit in your head. And we've got an L and an R here. So a little bit of soft stuff in there. They're not huge. They're not kind of, well, I suppose they are full kind of on-ear headphones as opposed to over-ear headphones. And then we've got NFC built into this one. But I'm guessing this is here because there isn't an emblem on it. So the left one, once you've got it paired with your phone that I just dropped on the floor. I like this idea actually. There's no controls on one of the headphones. They're all on the other. My current set, I've got volume on one side and power on the other and the NFC button on the other. And I can't remember which is which. So I'm forever taking them off and looking at them going, which one's which? So everything is on the left ear, which is good. So we have volume up and down with the power button in the middle. And we have another button here. Which we don't quite know what that is. There must be an LED there if I turn them on. It says power on, looking for device. And then there's a flashy thing here. And then the USB charging. So everything goes in through one ear, which is grand. Okay, opening up the app, which I already had installed because I do have another set of Cleer devices. It'll ask you which ones you've got. And I've got the Roams, I think, somewhere. But we're pairing field. Please check that is paired with your device on Bluetooth. But NFC, are you sure? Yes. Let's throw open the camera for some reason there. Okay, pair and connect. Allow access, paired. Oh, there we're pairing that now. And we got 72%. Very nicely presented. The colors here are obviously coordinated with the app a wee bit, sort of light browns and dark browns and blacks. See, that does look a wee bit bluish under the light. Is it just me? So ambient noise is on, equalizer. We can have various different profiles. It's kind of nice, and custom 1 and 2. Flat acoustic, so we'll hit some rock actually, and we'll have a wee play around with it and see how it does. So I'm going to take this sticker off because we are already paired and everything is in this right headphone. So if I have to pair it again with something else, I should just pair it with the right headphone. There is a good amount of movement there from the headphones, so they should be quite comfortable and busting to put them on. But I'm just looking around to see if there's anything else you need to see before I have a wee tear through them that I might forget to do whenever I come back to them later on. Yeah, it's a nice sort of brushed metal look up here as well, sort of a coppery type feel, which is obviously continued there. The padding does look to be good enough, but I'm going to whack them on. Alright, okay, so initial thoughts are, I was listening to some rock music and I felt that the rock preset didn't really quite do it as much justice as the pop one, so I left it on pop. And I flipped through a few different, put on some punk and a bit of ska, and I felt that pop actually made the rock and the ska and the punk pop a little more. But I'll reserve that for a full test because I'm going to be using it and hooking them up to my TV and things like that, which I prefer doing. But having a play around with them there as well as having the having to work through some of the instructions in the manual where you do single press of the middle power button, which has an indentation on it, or a sort of, not quite an indentation, a jutty out bit. So that allows you to pause your music and find it quite quickly, which is useful. The ANC button also has an indentation, but or a jutty out bit, but it's a lot more pronounced and bigger. So you just look for the weir one and click that. It's not entirely obvious which way the volume up and down goes, so we're looking at it upside down here, so it's on your head. Volume up is the upper one and volume down is the lower one. Double pressing it skips the track as opposed to long pressing the volume buttons. Triple pressing, oh no wait, double pressing the middle one gives next track, and then triple pressing it gives the previous track, which is a wee bit confusing. Oh, right, okay, I thought I could manage to skip the track by double pressing that one. Maybe it didn't. Maybe I'd accidentally pressed that instead. Bizarre. Okay, well, we'll continue to play on with it. The ambient noise thing also has a number of different presses as well, where you press it once, can toggle between turning the noise cancellation off and on, and the ambient noise also obviously invokes the microphone, so you can have a conversation with something without disrupting your music, which is very selfish, but some people do like it. It's also useful for crossing the road when there's cars driving about, and you can turn that on and you can hear if there's a car coming and pumping its horn at you. Double pressing it will bring up the voice assistant, which is sometimes useful for people, but I think that usually gets turned on by accident, if anything. And then long pressing will enter the conversation mode, which is what I was talking about, where you can have the music playing in the background and be rude and all that kind of stuff. Right, so the volume up button, you press it once and it'll increase the volume, and press and hold will push the volume up continuously, and the same with the volume down button, so we need to have a play with it. Line in connection, which is the USB Type-C, allows you to hook it up obviously to a 3.5mm headphone jack. Then around here we have the LED behavior, which is quite nice that it explains, especially in these little dots, what things mean. So if there's nothing, well, there's a white one at the moment, power on but not connected to any device. Power on. Okay, so that must be white going deet, 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 deet. Power on, not connected to anything. White dot, but with a beat in between, means that it's powered on and connected to the device, which is what it's doing currently, I think. Flashing between red and white means pairing mode. 3 red dots means below 10%. Charging and charging complete. Okay, so it turns red when it's charging and white when it's continuing to charge. And you hook it up to the plug to charge it. To restore factory defaults, hold the button in for 8 seconds, which is useful. And there's some specifications for all you specification lovers. We've got 40mm ironless drivers in there, aptX, 60 hours rechargeable lithium ion rectangle cell. Alright, so loads to look at, loads to play with. I'm going to take these away and hook them up to various different things and have a wee go at them and see how they sound, because initially the sound did sound very nicely full-bodied, but we'll go into it a little more after I've had a chance to play around, burn them in a wee bit. So how did it go? It's been 2 weeks and I've been rocking these, well, almost every day. They've gone with me everywhere. They're in my bag, and I've been using them for everything. Connected to my tablet for consumption on the train, connected to my phone for walking along listening to music, and connected to my TV for sitting in the living room late at night watching zombie movies. They really do have a good amount of bass. It's just right. It doesn't sound forced or heavy at all. The mids and the trebles really do shine through, but it's the bass. It's good amount of bass, and it's a well balanced affair. I really do think that these are excellent little headphones for general consumption. Now, obviously, audiophiles and things like that are sitting down will probably be able to poo some of those sorts of things, but you know, these are £150 headphones as opposed to £1,000 headphones, but they do very well at all the little different tasks that you may have in your life that you need a decent pair of headphones for. When it comes to music, rock and heavier music are very well handled. And I had absolutely no issues with them, and I would listen to quite a bit of punk music and ska, rock, and a bit of heavy metal here and there, and it did it really well. But on the other side of that, orchestral music sounds excellent too. It really does have a wide range when it comes to orchestral music, and I didn't notice any issues with it at all. There was some things that sounded exceptionally good. And better than on other headphones that I've been using recently, especially little in-ear ones. I've welcomed the kind of the on-ear function of these, and the sealing up of sound in your ears. But the most important thing is TV, actually, for me at the moment. I've been using these quite a bit to watch TV later on in the evening, maybe watching sort of sitcoms with cruder language and horror movies and things. So I can get the full experience of it whilst, not bothering the rest of the household. And the voices are very crisp and natural. Explosions and noisiness in films are very well. It's clear and concise. It's a well balanced experience when using paired with video over Bluetooth. I will note the ANC, which we have here. It does let a little bit of noise in. I was on a particularly packed train ride, and I was concerned about noise being leaked out of here because I could hear quite a bit of noise around. It wasn't, obviously it's more to do with the format of these. If I was using in-ear earbuds, then I think it would have locked out quite a lot more, but because these sit on your ear, given the size of people's ears and things like that, you just get a little bit of intrusion coming in. And I would imagine that there would be a little bit of intrusion going out as well, where people sitting beside you could probably hear things if you're on a quieter train or maybe on a plane quite late at night. But additionally, whenever I was out walking along the coastline, we've had some pretty bad weather recently, wind noise can get in as well, but it might be sort of getting in around the sides and things where this is connecting with my ears, so it might be more to do with my ears than anything else. But that'll be typical on-ear headphone issues. They do boast 60 hours of noise cancellation and playback time. I'm inclined to say that's probably quite right. I haven't charged them since I set them up, and I have been using them for 2 weeks. Maybe about an hour a day, and I'm not sure what the battery is at the moment, but it'll tell me whenever it gets low. And the quick charge feature on here will be very handy whenever that happens, because I'll be able to hook it up for half-hour charge, gets you a certain amount of percentage that'll certainly get you home. Although I know that it will be about 3 hours to charge them fully from 0 to 100%, which is an overnight charge. So having the quick charge to be able to get you home, to get you to the evening, until you can do a full charge on them, they're not something you really have to worry about too much if you're leaving the house and they're on a very low percentage. All right, okay, so this is a test of the microphone on the Cleer Enduro ANC, and I'm not physically connected to the phone. I am recording this entirely over Bluetooth, so I imagine this is probably how calls would sound if you were to ring someone. And I figured I would just end the video with this recording and my final thoughts.
And £150, some might say that that is a lot to pay for a pair of headphones, especially whenever they are made primarily of plastic. But there's metal where there needs to be metal, and there's plastic to give it an all-round strong but lightweight feel. They look very striking, they sound very good, and with any luck, this recording has impressed you enough to say that I would be quite happy to have my voice sound like that on a phone call. And on that note, we'll just end the video. Take care now.